Hi everyone, today I keep my speech. The speech is still about Ivanka Trump. Yes, so let's begin. Good evening. Thank you. 1 year ago, I introduced my father when he declared his candidacy. In his own way, he threw his own sincere force of will. He sacrificed greatly to enter the political ranks as outsider. As he rivaled against few existing very talented competitors. For more than a year, Donald Trump has been the people's champion, and tonight he's the people's nominee. Like many of my fellow millennials, I don't consider myself categorically Republican and Democrat. More than party affiliation, I vote on basis of what I believe is right for my family and for my country. Sometimes it's a tough choice. That's not the case this time. As a proud daughter of your nominee, I am here to tell you that this is the moment and Donald Trump is the person to make America great again. Real change, the kind we have not seen in decades,
is only going to come from outside the system.
It's only going to come from outside the system.
And it's only going to come from a man who has spent his entire life.
And it's only going to come from a man who's spent his entire life doing what others said could not be done.
My father is a fighter.
My father is a fighter.
When the primaries got tough, and they were tough.
When the primaries got tough, and they were tough.
He did what any great leader does.
He did what any great leader does.
He dug deeper.
He dug deeper.
Worked harder.
Worked harder.
Got better.
And
became stronger.
And became stronger. I have seen him fight for his family. I have seen him fight for his employees. I have seen him fight for his company. And now I am seeing him fight for our country.
It's Legos and erector sets. While he did from Tower, that still this country to reaching the spirit of his campaign. It's been the story of his life.
It's been the story of his life, and more recently, the spirit of his campaign. It's also a prelude to reaching a goal that unites us all. With the party and capacity, the country knows what it's like to win again.
If it's possible to be famous and yet not really well known.
It's possible to be famous and that's not really well done.
That describes the father who raised me.
That describes the father who raised me.
In the same office
in Trump Tower, was no we work together.
I remember playing on the floor by my father's desk.
I remember playing on the floor by my father's desk.
Constructing miniature buildings with Legos and erector sets.
Constructing miniature building with Legos and erector sets.
While he did the same with concrete, steel, and glass.
With the concrete, steel, and glass.
My father taught my siblings and me the importance of positive values.
My father taught me. My father taught me the my siblings and me the importance of stability, value, and strong ethical compass. It shows us how to be resilient, how to deal with challenges,
and how to strive for excellence in all that we do.
and how to strive for excellence in all that we do. He taught us that there is nothing that we cannot accomplish. If we marry vision, passion with an enduring work ethic. One of my father's greatest talent is the ability to see potential in people before they see it in themselves. It realized that for us to growing up, it taught us that potential vanishes into nothing without effort. Like him, we each had the responsibility to work not just for ourselves, but for the betterment of the world around us. Over the years, on too many occasions to count, I saw my father tear a story out of the newspaper about people whom he had never met, who were facing some injustice or hardship. Write a note to his assistant, a senator felt pen, a request that the person be found and invited to Trump Tower to meet with him and would talk to them. Then draw upon his extensive network to find them a job or get them a break. They would leave his office as people so often do after having been with Donald Trump, feeling that life could be great again. Throughout my entire life, I have witnessed his empathy and generosity toward others, especially youth who are suffering. It's just his way of being in your corner when you are down. My father not only has the strength and ability necessary to be our next president, but also the kindness and compassion that will enable him to be the leader that this country needs. My father has chance of finance that charity every conviction he holds. I got alongside of him for more than a decade as Trump organization, and I have seen how he operated as a leader, making important decisions that save careers and that change lives. I learned a lot about the world from working construction jobs by his side when he ran properly. Construction sites are true mental literacy. Competence is putting strike is easy to spot, and incompetence is impossible to hide. They share also incredible melting pots, gathering people from all over the world and uniting them to work toward a single mission. They have always been men of all backgrounds and ethnicities on my father's just time, and long before it was commonplace, you also saw women. My father valued talent. He recognized real knowledge as still when he finds it. He's a colorblind and gender neutral. He hires the best person for the job, period. Well, I coverage no matter how visionary that sound, we only get you so far. In our business, you're not a builder and that you have got building to show for it. Or my my case, city skylines. Most people strive their entire lives to achieve greater success in single industries. My father has succeeded in many on the high level and on a global scale. One of the reasons he has thrived as an entrepreneur is because he's listening to everyone. People not executive them usually as people doing work. For the opinion of the
father
world,
is an exception.
my father is
On
an
every one of his
exception.
projects,
On every one of his projects, he or she is talking to the
the
shipper,
painter, the engineers,
the painter, the engineer, the electrician. He's asked them for their feedback.
electricians. He'll ask them for their feedback. If they think
If they think something should be done differently or could be done better,
something should be done differently or could be done better. When Donald Trump is in charge, all that
when
counts
Donald Trump is
could be done better.
when Donald Trump is in charge, all
Donald Trump
that
is in charge,
counts
all that counts
is
effort,
ability,
and
effort, and
excellence.
excellence. This has long been philosophy as term organization. At my father's company, there are more females than male exactly. Women are paid equal for the work that we do, and when a woman becomes a mother, she supports it, not sent out. Women represent 46% of the total U.S. labor force, and 40% of the American households have a child. In 2040, women make 18% for every dollar made by a man. Single women with their children earn 94 cents for each dollar earned by a man, with marriage model made only 77. As researchers have noted, gender is no longer the factor creating the greatest way because pension in his country, motherhood's case. As president, my father will change labor laws that were put in place at a time when women were not single important of the woman, and we focus on making childcare affordable, accessible for all. As a mother myself of 3 young children, I know how hard it is to work while raising a family. And I also know that I'm far fortunate than most. American families need relief. Policies that allow women with children to thrive should not be moved nor voted. Politicians talk about wage equality, but my father has made it practice at his company through his entire career. He will fight equal pay for equal work, and I will fight for this too, right alongside him.
We live in strange times.
It's all.